Good morning, everyone. It is 9:30 and it is the first day of MiddleEarthAthon. It is finally here, and I went to a wedding last night and I've been up for about an hour, and that's why I still got some makeup on, so I do apologise. I did try and wash my face, but this is what we're working with. I am starting off the readathon, as you've seen in my TBR. I'm starting with my shiny gilded / foiled cover for the dwarves with the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, because I think this one's going to take me ages to read, so I'm going to start that today at some point, probably fairly soon. And I'm also going to start my buddy read that I'm reading with Hannah from over at Langmead, who is my Witch King, and this is one of the Witch King prompts for me. This is it's for Black Rider dark cover. And we're going to be buddy reading The Book of Night by Holly Black throughout this week. And I think it's like 40-something pages a day of this to get through it by the end of the week, which I think I can definitely do. Those are the first two reads for the readathon. I'm looking forward to get reading. We've got my live later on this evening at 5. That is all scheduled in. I am really looking forward to it. So I'm about to jump onto Twitter now and say good morning, everyone. I'm really excited. So I'll catch up with you when I've actually started reading. Okay, so I have just been sat in my chair and apparently I fell asleep, but at least for 45 minutes. But I have read 54 pages of the Atlas 6. I'm bored, guys. I hate to say this, and I thought this might happen, but I'm actually really, really bored. Like, nothing has happened yet. Like, they've literally just gone to a meeting and we've met them all. And they're all awful. Like, the only one I like is the plant lady. But I guess I'll carry on because I've picked it for it. But I am bored, and it's the first read for the readathon, so I am, however, going to go get dressed because it's nearly 3 p.m, which means my live will be in a couple of hours, and I kind of just need to be more human. So I might shower and stuff as well, maybe. But then that felt good. But I should probably shower before Hannah gets back because she's gone to do the food shop and also to see her parents. And yeah. Also, this jumper will be a staple this week, I think, because it's Lord of the Rings themed. Okay, so I am just below, that was a great shot, just before halfway through, like maybe 40% through Atlas 6. I'm like 120 something pages in, and I am currently on sprints with everyone, and yeah, it's kickoff sprints. It's going really well, having a great chat with everyone, and it's really nice that everyone's here, and I'm very excited. And the Atlas 6 is fine. I think it's just probably going to get a 3 stars. That's where it's sitting right now. Nothing special, nothing new, but like, it's fine. But everyone is reading. I'm really hungry. It's like 7 p.m. now. We haven't eaten yet, so I'm really, really hungry. Sprints are going really well. First one of the week. Hello and good morning. It is day 2 of MiddleEarthAthon, and I'm in the car. I've just parked and I am about to go into Dunelm and to pick up a desk if it's still there. And I just want a little time out and before the live today, because I'm picking up this one because Celine has to set up her StreamYard. So hopefully in the next couple of days we'll get that sorted, so she'll be able to stream from her channel, which will be really exciting. So I'm having a little bit of a day, trying to relax. It's about, I think it's probably just after 10. I don't know what time it is. It's 10:30. My camera cut out, so woo, it's 10:30. So the live isn't until 1. So I'm gonna have a quick little look around Dunelm, and then yeah, we'll be back. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, I think. Okay, so I am back from my little trip. I picked up the desk, it's downstairs. I picked up this candle, which is amber and tonka. It's very nice, very, very nice. And I also bought myself some teddy bear slippers because, yes, and a new towel because I have that many towels. So, yeah, and I just bought a terrarium for Hannah, which is downstairs, and a masher, potato masher. Just thought I'd let you know that I'm back in, about to get changed back out of my jeans and into some comfy trousers and play some Animal Crossing. Just a real quick update for you. Wow, why is the light so bad? So, the sprint's finished about 2 hours ago. It's about 8 o'clock now, and I'm going to jump on to watching Rose Patreon sprints now if they're still going. But I finished Glitterati, well, I started and finished Glitterati by Oliver K. Langmead, and I gave this one 5 stars. Fantastic. Another Titan Books, who are no doubt my favourite publisher ever. And would I recommend it? I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I gave it 5 stars. Wild, short read, quick read, really enjoyed it. And I also started Book of Night by Holly Black, the buddy read. I've got another 40 pages to read of this one for the buddy read, but I'm sure that'll go fairly quickly. And then this evening, the only other thing I want to do is make a start on The Murder of Graham Catton. I think I'm doing okay with how much I'm reading. I think I'm doing all right. I'm on track to finish at least 7 books, if I can keep this up at all, which hopefully I can. Like tomorrow, wake up in the morning and play some Animal Crossing, and then read, and then jump on, get ready. I'm going to Oxford tomorrow, so looking forward to it. But I thought I'd better tell you what I'd done today at least, so that I'd updated my vlog. Good morning, it is day 3 of MiddleEarthAthon. It is Sunday, so I've had a really lazy morning listening to my audiobook, which is The Silmarillion. And I'm doing this in audio because this book is a super old edition. I actually think it's my dad's, and I think I nicked this of him. Sorry if you're watching. This is one of the paperback first editions, and it follows the lore of Tolkien's world and the creation of each of the races, and talks about the gods and goddesses that created Middle-earth. And I've just heard about the creation of the dwarves and the Ents, which is fun. I'm only 50 pages in, and I am liking this so far. We haven't got to the Silmarils yet, and the next chapter is about the elves and how they capture Melkor, who is Tolkien's version of the devil and Satan kind of thing. So that should be interesting. Hello everyone, it is day 5 of the readathon. It is 3:30. I've literally done nothing today. Oh, that's a lie. I went to Sainsbury's and got a new printer and some shopping. And I'm about to start Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall, finally. I've decided I'm going to put Ariadne down just for now, and then pick it up again after Mina and the Undead, because I'd quite like to finish it before the live show that Amy and Beth from Books Nest are doing, hopefully, maybe. Okay, good morning. It is 11 AM on the 5th or 6th day. I don't remember. I'm terrible with days. But today is very exciting. Yesterday, I started and finished Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall, which I highly enjoyed. 5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, this was so much fun. It is a vampire story set in the 90s with the main character Mina and her sister and a group of friends, and it's just, I really enjoyed it. So can definitely recommend this one. This one was for the necromancy prompt, which is the Witch King prompt for Features the Undead. Loved it. So this morning I've literally done nothing. I've literally just showered and got dressed. I've been listening to more of the Silmarillion. I'm now on 157 that's where I am with it. So hopefully I'll be able to finish it before the end of the week. We are only on Wednesday, so I've still got 3 days of the readathon left. That's mental. But it is Wednesday. And yeah, been playing on my Switch. So today is really exciting. Hannah and I are going to Worcester, to the City Art Museum, which is in the centre of Worcester, because they've currently got a Lord of the Rings exhibit going on, which is really, really, really cool. I'm very excited to see it. But yes, it's got the magic of Middle-earth, and it's open until the 17th of September. So by the time this video is out, it should still be open, but not for very much longer. But I'm very, very, very excited. It's first edition of the books, artwork, objects, and I'm very, 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 very excited. So that's what Hannah and I were doing today, this afternoon. She's still on sprints at the moment with Celine, which I've also been watching while I listen. So yeah, I've not been on sprints this morning because I am tired. But I am so excited for the exhibit today. And when I get back, I'm going to be reading Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, which is over in that corner, which is, you know, hopefully I'll be able to read it all this evening, because I'd like to get more of it done. And I've been informed by Hannah that in the car we will be listening to Midnight Sun, because we haven't finished it yet. That's going to count for my dark cover instead of Book of Night, because I might just DNF Book of Night, because I'm not enjoying it at all. I'll have to see how I feel. Well, hello everyone. It is day 6 of the readathon, I think. I'm really bad with days, but tomorrow it is Rings of Power Day, which is the last day of the readathon tomorrow, which is crazy. It is about 20 to 3 in the afternoon. I'm on Celine's channel, Celine, and I'm reading, well, I haven't been reading. I have been, but I haven't been. Ariadne for Hobbit, Team Hobbit, because Team Hobbit and Team Witch King are in a battle for good and evil, like, for sure. I also need to change my calendar because it is now September and not August. That's embarrassing. But I have read a little bit just now, and I'm really enjoying Ariadne. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I wasn't sure to begin with, but I am enjoying it. So that's good. I just thought I should probably do a little vlog update because I didn't really vlog very much yesterday. I was so tired yesterday. We went to Worcester, which you will have seen, but then I didn't really vlog much at all. And obviously today it is the first day of Becca's bookoplathon. I can't say that word. And so I will be looking at Becca's sprints this evening, because I think Celine's not going to be sprinting for super long. So that's really good. But I'm hoping to finish Ariadne today and maybe one more book after that. But we will see. We will see, won't we? Because I am enjoying it. I want to try and finish it on sprints, but I'm not sure if I will. And I also need to film my bookoplathon TBR. And I also need to look at the Book Wanderers TBR. So much to do. So it is a couple of days after MiddleEarthAthon finished, and I'm just going to do a real quick little wrap up. I've got my computer here, and I'm just going to go through the books I read, and then I'm going to do a quick wrap up to let you know the final kind of figures and stats, all that fun stuff. So I personally read 7 books, started 8. So I started off with the Atlas 6, and I ended up giving that 3 stars. It took me a day to read. So it was fine. It was quite quick. I don't remember where I put it. I think it's up there somewhere. But I think it might be one that I sell on. Maybe. Don't know. Then I read Glitterati by Oliver K. Langmead, and this one got 5 out of 5 stars. I read this in a couple of hours. It's a dystopia, fashionistas. It was great. It was a good time. It's a Titan Books one, and I'm finding Titan on my publisher to go to, and there's not really a lot of plot. It is just wild. There are some proper hardcore like stuff in here. Lots and lots of content warnings, so check those out before picking this up, but I highly enjoyed this. We follow a man called Simone, and he is one of like the Glitterati who are fashionable. They do everything with aesthetics in mind, and they go through like procedures so that they don't remember like childhood and stuff, which is super interesting. Loved it. The lore of this world was so much fun, like genuinely great. Then I moved on to The Murder of Graham Catton, which I gave another 5 out of 5 stars. It was wonderful. I read this in a couple of days. It's one of Hannah's, Lydia M's, The Witch King's favourites, and she is so good at recommending books. I know it's her job, and I was really apprehensive going into the Atlas, no, not the Atlas 6, what am I talking about? The Murder of Graham Catton, because it's a thriller, and thrillers typically aren't my deal, but I actually ended up really enjoying it. So I can recommend The Murder of Graham Catton without even thinking about it, kind of thing. Then I moved on to Mina and the Undead, and I read that in a couple of hours on stream on the release day, well, the day before the release day for Mina and the Slayers, which is the second one, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And I gave that another 5 out of 5 stars, so that's 3 5 out of 5 stars in a row. But Mina and the Undead was exactly what I wanted out of a 90s vampire story, and I liked how the vampires were put into the story, and I believed everything. I loved the found family aspect. I loved the sister dynamic. So yeah, it kind of gave me the same vibes as like Morganville Vampires did, for like various reasons. But Morganville Vampires is my favourite vampire series by Rachel Kane, like ever. And I need to do a reread of that entire series because those were the shit when I was a teen. Then I moved on to Neura and the Immortal Palace. And this was a middle grade following Pakistani mythology. And it talks about like children becoming minors, and a disaster strikes, and then they're in the Jinn world, and it follows Neura and her cleverness and how she overthrows the Jinn, basically. And again, it was a very young middle grade, and it ended up giving that 3 stars. It was very young. It gave me Rainbow Grey vibes, and I like both of them. They're fine. I can definitely recommend them for people with children, and specifically to like read to them. I think it would be absolutely perfect for that. So by no means was it bad. It was just, it read very young, and some of like the twists and turns I kind of called from the beginning. So that's why it got the rating it did. Then I moved on to Ariadne, which is obviously a Greek retelling of Theseus and the Minotaur, and well, it's about Ariadne with Theseus and the Minotaur in it. And I actually really enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. It follows a character I know of through Greek myths, and I know the Theseus and the Minotaur story, and I was a little bit apprehensive because I didn't like Cersei for the same for the same reason, but I actually really enjoyed Ariadne. It took a while for me to get into it, but like once I'd got past the initial like strange kind of narrative voice, I don't know what it was, but there was something that felt off to me about Jennifer Saint's writing style. But once I got over that, it was amazing. Then the last book I ended up finishing was The Midnight Twins, which is an Arthurian middle grade retelling, and I had aspects of this book that I loved and bits of this book that I absolutely hated, and a lot of that was the changing of the Arthurian legend that really got on my nerves, which seems really silly, I know, but it just, there were things in it that I didn't like. I gave it 3 stars. I probably will carry on with the series, but it's not one that I'm like running to kind of go and finish, if you know what I mean. But I actually think overall 3 out of the 7 books that I read got 5 stars. Like, I think for a week that's pretty fucking good. The only other book I'm going to mention in this is Book of Night by Holly Black. Now, I started this and I'm at page 154, and I actually think I'm going to DNF this because I have no interest in it. I don't want to pick it up the entire readathon. Like, I did a few times, like on stream, I read my buddy read pages with Hannah, but we weren't really doing a buddy read because Hannah didn't want to pick up, and we had other books that were better than this, and I have just ordered the entirety of the Spiderwick Chronicles, which is Holly Black's middle grade, and I'm actually really excited to see if I still like those, because I like The Cruel Prince. I haven't liked these ones, like her adult one, which obviously this one is, and I didn't like her other, like her Modern Fairy Tales one. I didn't like that one either, so we'll see if I like the Spiderwick Chronicles. But this one I did start and was supposed to finish for my dark cover, I think, Witch King's dark cover, and I didn't, so I think this one will be going to a new home, and that's to Ali. Ali, this one's going to come to you. Overall, I had a really great MiddleEarthAthon, actually, and I enjoyed it immensely, and I just want to thank everyone who took part. And I'm just going to go through the stats. The winners overall of the winning team, although it wasn't really competition, the team that read the most books were the Hobbits with 28 books, then the Witch Kings at 23, then the Dwarves at 10, then the Elves and Men tied at 7 books apiece. Now, I am so, like, amazed because there were 2 dwarves and they still managed to get 10 books between them, so fantastic. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of my wonderful co-hosts, Avi of Pelennor, Lynette M, Bookworm's Feast, Amena Ganek, and stuff Celine does, and I couldn't have done it without you guys at all, and I really appreciate that you guys helped me with my first ever readathon, and I just hope everyone had fun, and I can't wait to do it again next year. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up here because otherwise I'm just going to babble on, because as I do. But thank you. If you're still here, please just leave a little tree emoji or a leaf emoji, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.